Hello, my hardworking Capricorns. This is your February 2016 horoscope. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm right in front of a couple of older folks enjoying each other's company. I think that's what it depicts here. But Capricorn is the sign of maturity and responsibility, so that's why this is in the background. Also, I hope you guys like my shirt. I don't know if you could read it, but it says, "I don't need your sarcasm. I have plenty of my own." One thing I love about Capricorns is the sarcasm. You guys have a lot of sarcasm, sarcastic humor. I love it so much. But anyway, what's going on for you guys in the month of February? The sun will be in Aquarius in your second house. It's been there since about late January. And the second house is the house of earned income and your material possessions, budgeting, spending money is part of the second house. So a lot of Capricorns can be really putting an emphasis on these things. With Capricorns being so responsible, I would say a lot of Capricorns are trying to find ways to earn more money within their job, within their career. And Capricorns are a material sign. You know, you guys do like material possessions that are of the finer things in life, because you guys work so hard in order to earn them. So you could be shopping a little bit more, you know, enjoying some of that good life, reaping the fruits of your hard work. On the 20th of February, the sun moves into Pisces, and this is your third house of communication, day-to-day activities and errands that you run, the logical mind. So with the sun there in Pisces, you can be really, really busy. And you know what? I find it actually very interesting that Capricorns that are such a very stern and sturdy and stable sign have their third house of communication in Pisces. It's very interesting because Capricorn and Pisces are so different. But when the sun is there, you're going to definitely have your mind more stimulated, and you might be very busy running errands. That's a possibility. When the sun comes in conjunction with Neptune on the 28th of February, though, this can create a little bit of brain fog for you Capricorns. And I know how you guys like to stay on your path. You like to keep going. You don't like to stop until you're done doing something and have completed it and done it right. So I would say around the 28th, just be careful while you're working. Maybe get some more sleep around the time, because Neptune also rules sleep, and so does Pisces. It can give you this like more dreamy, you know, sleepy feeling. So around the 28th, few days before, day of, few days after, just get a little more rest. I mean, I don't promote people using substances or stimulants or anything like that. I'm all about the au natural ways of doing things, but you may need more coffee or whatever you do to stay awake during that time. Just keep that in mind. We start out the month with Venus still being in your first house, Capricorn. Woo woo. Venus there makes you feel really good about yourself, especially your looks. So a lot of Cappies can be using some of their earned income to maybe get their hair done, maybe improve their looks a little bit. Maybe you might want to join a gym if you haven't already. A lot of people started doing that in January for New Year's resolutions. So Venus has been there since January. Maybe you've already begun that. If so, continue on, Capricorn. Get your workout on. Trust me, you'll feel so much better about yourself once you take advantage of that Venus energy and maybe improve on the looks a little bit. You are going to be feeling and looking more attractive while Venus is in your first house, Capricorn. So if you're looking for a Valentine, I know Capricorns are not the sappy romantic type at all, but some of you have some other influences in your natal chart that make you more of a romantic person privately. Okay, so if you're looking for a Valentine, Capricorn, Venus in your first house will help you to snag one. Not only are you going to be looking and feeling more attractive, but people are going to see you, you know, because whatever transits your first house, I feel like you wear it as a badge. You know, you wear it like pretty much on your shirt, on your sleeve, you wear it on you. So you're going to be wearing Venus, and Venus is all about beauty, all about romance, you know, so people are going to be seeing you in that light, even if you don't consciously put it out there that way. So just keep that in mind, Capricorn. Lucky you. When we get to February 18th, Venus moves into Aquarius, and that is your second house of earned income. More second house energy. So Venus there on the positive side can help you to get a raise, an increase in your income. It can help you to find creative ways, because Venus is creativity, to make more money. It can also make you want to spend more money. I would say watch out if you're trying to conserve, if you're trying to budget. You're gonna feel a little bit more material and like engaging in like consumerism at that time. So just watch out for that. If any of my hardworking Capricorns are looking to get a raise, ask the boss for a little more money, this might be a good time to take advantage of that energy. What's going on with Mars during this month of February? Well, Mars continues to be in the sign of Scorpio, where he has been since early January, and that is in your 11th house of friends and groups and networking with people and the internet. Mars is it's a go-getter energy. It rules the signs of Scorpio and Aries, and if you think of how they are, they're very persistent. They point their arrow at things, at what they want within their vision and their reach, and they go after it, and they don't stop until they get it. Mars, on a negative note, it can be very angry and aggressive and pushy, and it can cause fights with people. So if it's in your 11th house of groups, and actually Mars is going to be dipping in and out of Scorpio a good portion of this year. He's not going to be completely out of Scorpio until August. He's going to go back and forth between Scorpio and Sag, but for February, he's in your 11th house. This is a great time to participate in some very active activities with your friends and your groups. Maybe find a group that you can do things like go work out with, go hiking, or I've actually seen this play out personally for a Capricorn that I know very personally, is going out with friends to go shooting, because Mars is weapons and shooting and aggressive activities. So they get together very frequently to go out shooting together, go to the shooting range. So that's something to keep in mind if that's something you're interested in, Capricorn. But if you're not interested in shooting guns, just activities that are very very masculine, very active and aggressive, but I would say be careful, because Mars is very competitive and Mars can get angry. So don't get into fights and fallouts with your friends now, but definitely get going on some active, activities with them. Sounds like fun. So Mercury starts out in the first house of your chart in Capricorn, in your sign, the beginning of the month. Mercury, when the month starts, is still going to be in shadow. Mercury is still going to be in conjunction with Pluto in your first house. So Mercury keeps you busy. It's not as aggressively active and driven as Mars. It keeps you busy, like moving around within short distances, moving your hands a lot, using a lot of skills, using your mind a lot. And Mercury in your first house can make you more talkative and more of an active mind. More restless as well. You want to move around because your mind is going so much and your body wants to keep up. It may be a little difficult at times, so there's that need for maybe some coffee or something, some energy drinks if you're into those kind of things. But you may find yourself needing those more. With Mercury being in shadow, he's just starting to get back into his regular forward motion. So you're thinking, you could be like thinking very fast, but what you think about and what you do based on those thoughts may not be so clear until after the 8th of February, when he's finally fully forward. Mercury being in conjunction with Pluto, Capricorn, you are a sign that is actually a very deep thinker. You're very serious with your thinking. So when the month starts, you can still have some very, very deep thoughts about things, especially when it comes to your life, because the first house rules your life path and you in general, you yourself, so you can be really having deep thoughts about things and maybe doing some things that really transform your looks and your life path, because Pluto is a very transformative energy. Mercury there is going to have you really thinking about those things and maybe performing some actions to put them into place. When we get to the 14th of February, Valentine's Day, Mercury is going to move into your second house of earned income. It's going to join other planets there that are going to be there throughout the month. More thinking about your finances. With Mercury there, and it's going to be in conjunction with Venus. Mercury, skills of the hands and thoughts. Venus, creativity. Coming up with some creative ideas to earn more money. Definitely there once Mercury moves there. And also with the sun going into your third house in Pisces, very creative energy. If you're within a field where creativity is required. This is going to be an excellent month for you to take advantage of that energy. But also Mercury is like an organizer and a manager, and he might be looking around seeing how are you spending your money? Are you budgeting it? Are you spending it wisely? Or have you just been caught up in consumerism so much and enjoying the finer things of life that you're just spend away, you know? So just be mindful of that. But it is a great time if you don't want to just spend your money, to come up with a budget and a plan. Mercury there is excellent time to do that. Jupiter continues to be in the sign of Virgo, a fellow earth sign, and Jupiter is in your 9th house. Jupiter is retrograde though. So retrograde motion means moving backwards. So you can be thinking back to 9th house matters. A lot of Capricorns, you guys are all about achievement, high achievement in life. The 9th house represents higher education. So going back and relearning things, maybe some Capricorns might be going back and finishing school, or thinking about, you know what, maybe I should start going to school and get a degree so that I can excel higher in my career. The 9th house is also travel. So I would say be careful with travel plans because of the retrograde motion that's there. But you can be thinking more about traveling, you know, especially traveling for business. I know Capricorns, if you have any Sagittarius and Capricorn energy, then you love traveling for business. But even if it's just for leisure, Capricorn, you may be thinking about it more, or trying to get outside of your normal routines of just work, and finally say, you know what, I think after 15 years of not taking a vacation and working hard, I might actually take one. Great time this year while Jupiter is in Virgo to take a vacation, man. Don't work all them 50 jobs, man. As far as the moon transits this month, well, the new moon happens on the 8th of February. This is in Aquarius in your 2nd house. New moon is happening before all the other planets move into your 2nd house. So this is a new beginning in regards to 2nd house matters. As I mentioned before, earned income is very important to Capricorn. So earned income, how you value things, how you're spending your money. A new moon there, new beginning, definitely another pointer towards possibly getting a raise. If you actually have the opposite happen and you lose a job, or you have to switch jobs to one that doesn't pay as much, you know what? You're all about hard work and you're all about reaching the top. Capricorns understand that there is no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs. So if you have to march along up higher and higher and higher stairs again and start over again with a new way of earning money, you know what? This may be a great time to take up an opportunity that's going to have you earn more gains in the long run. And even if you have to start out, you know, with slower gains or less gains, but if you look ahead, you know, especially with Jupiter being in your 9th house, the 9th house likes to look at things from like a very high point of view and keep looking ahead and looking up, you know. So if you have lost a job or had to change jobs to a lower paying job or a harder working job, just remember the 9th house optimism is going to help you out to see a better plan to getting even further up the ladder than you want to get. So those are some possibilities that can happen with the new moon and all this other 2nd house energy going on. The full moon is going to be in Virgo, 3 degrees Virgo, and this is in your 9th house, and this is on the 22nd of February. So a new beginning in the 9th house. I don't know, maybe you might plan a vacation, maybe you might finally actually go on a vacation that you've been planning and thinking about since Jupiter entered your 9th house. Maybe you might complete something that has to do with your education. Maybe you might finally get that degree, Capricorns. You're all about completing those degrees, getting those certificates, having something to hang up on your wall to say, I completed this and I'm going to continue to go higher and higher, you know. So maybe this can happen with the full moon finally. Or maybe if you don't have any of those serious things going on in your life, the 9th house is just having optimism, you know, having sheer optimism and enjoying life to the fullest. That's what Jupiter wants you to do. That's what the 9th house wants you to do. The full moon might bring things to light, you know, to make you feel more optimistic in life. And the 9th house is also goals. And Capricorn, you're associated with goals. So maybe a brand new goal, a brand new big life plan goal can come to your mind with the full moon in Virgo. And Virgo itself is all about planning too. Planning and strategizing and coming up with new systems for things to be more efficient in your life. So full moon there, Jupiter in there, and then in that same house as well can definitely help you out with those things. So overall, Capricorn, the month of February, your focuses are going to be on your earned income, on finding new ways to make money, on possibly getting a new job or a raise, or maybe even just spending money. If you have the money to do it, Capricorn, you guys work very hard. I would say enjoy it if you can afford to. Coming up with new budgets, coming up with new goals for yourself, your body, feeling good about your body and looking good, improving yourself in a lot of different ways is going to be the emphasis and the focus for you. And Capricorns, you are all about that. So I really hope you enjoy February, and please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to continue doing horoscopes, and I really hope everything works out for you. Until next month, Capricorn, peace.